Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and Chief Marketing Officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor in chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and city guides.
Hey, Kelsey.
Hi, Paige. How are you?
I am good, coming off the V-Day weekend.
Yes, I'm so excited to hear. How was it?
Oh, it was great. It was
Good.
lovely. It's called where we stayed is called the Fenton Inn. I think I mentioned this on last week's episode, but we'd stay there before. It's kind of near Wintergreen, so like off of 151 past Charlottesville. But it's a lovely, cute little bed and breakfast. It's quaint. It has a hot tub. Spent a lot of time there, just drinking some wine, eating some Dr. Hope's pizza. It was great.
And just
So,
enjoying life.
yeah.
I was living vicariously through the one or two shots that I saw you post of like your wine glass, the hot tub. It's like cold outside, but you're in the warmth. So who cares?
It was very chilly there, like especially at night when we got in the hot tub. But then, once you're in it, everything's solved. The world's problems are solved for at least 30.
Yeah. Fine. Oh, good. Well, I'm so glad that worked out so well and that you had like a nice, weekend to hopefully unplug, kind of.
Yeah, I did. I really honestly didn't even take that many pictures, which is so unlike me. But I'm gonna share some stories today of like just a little recap, just to remind folks that like you can get out of town and it's nice.
Right. I know people like save their, primo vacation time for the summer, which like same, I understand, but people forget that it's like get out of town in February.
Yeah, and it was very pretty. Like, we unfortunately did not get to hike. I think there were probably some hikes that we could have done. But like we did attempt to just see what Crabtree Falls look like. And the way to get in was it's covered in snow and ice. And I just didn't feel comfortable in my car. Like if I had four-wheel drive, maybe. So, and we also didn't want to like get hurt or slide or, so we just were like, it's fine. We're not going to hike this trip and it's all good. But we did some wineries. We ate at the farmhouse at Veritas. It's like their bed and breakfast. I've never stayed there, but I've done their dinner and they do like a four-course wine pairing dinner. I think they do it like Thursday through Sunday. Um, and, I got these reservations like a couple months ago, so we were lucky to get in, but it is like nice. It really is like a beautiful dinner. I think the pricing, it's 140 per person, so it is expensive, but you get like a lot of wine, like to the point where like we didn't even finish our wine and we can, I can put down a bottle. It's a lot of food, like for us, I like for me and Holly it is. And so it is just I think like a bang for your buck with the service and just everything. It's just very lovely. So,
They like the whole experience of it.
yeah.
Amazing. Veritas, I feel like, is one of those that I still haven't actually, I don't even think I've been out to the winery itself, even though that's like highly recommended by, our on-site wine expert.
Yeah, they're big. So I love they have great wine. I love the family. They're cool people. They're good people. They have just gotten like really big. So I recommend more of like the intimate experiences, like when they do like their holiday like light thing or when they do I do want to stay at the farmhouse. It's like
Mhm.
on my bucket list, but it's pricey. So I just gotta, we gotta like I mean, everything is pricey. Like even the Fenton Inn, it wasn't like cheap, like you gotta like, it's a weekend trip. So
Right, right. It's an occasion anyway.
yeah, exactly. You kind of have to like do birthday, anniversary, kind of make it fit for you.
Yeah. Well, it all sounds so amazing. I'm glad that it worked out even without the hiking, and you were able to sort of like get away and recharge-ish for heading into this terrible weather we're about to have.
I know. We were like, man, isn't it supposed to be like 70s and it's supposed to be like 68 on Friday, but just like rain all week. Well, at the end of the week,
Those April showers seem to be like getting a head start. It's like, no thanks.
truly. Uh, I know. And honestly, we had our neighbors over last night, just for a glass of wine when we got home. And all of our neighbors, there's 11 of us going to Mexico in March. And it's like here, like in 3 weeks. And so I was just like, I knew once I got past this V-Day trip, it was just going to propel. Like I got my
Right.
bathing suits in the mail. I tried them on today. I'm like, I am ready. I could feel summer just a tad closer.
It's right there. It's so true because I was thinking like through, to do item lists through the weekend where I'm like, okay, I didn't get to this thing. I need to get to this on like next week. And I was looking at our shared like agenda tasks and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
we need to like discuss Paige is going out of town. We got to get
yeah.
ready.
I already am queued up. Things are getting going. I'm ready. You know me.
My gosh, well, that's so exciting. Then now I'll just look forward to seeing all the Mexico things and I'll just live vicariously through that next if it's still raining by then.
Yeah, I am really excited because one of our neighbors, the reason we're going to San Miguel, so like central Mexico, and one of our neighbors' best friends lives there. And so she does a lot of the property management. So she owns a lot of these vacation homes. So we're staying in one of them. And we each have a folder, and each folder like tells you like our itinerary. I mean, it's cool because where we're staying has like a chef there. So they provide breakfast and lunch and like margaritas. And so I am really looking forward to this because I have not had to plan.
Oh my God, that's a real vacation.
That right there is what you pay money for.
Right. You get the vacation before the vacation. That's fantastic.
Yeah, because like we're right now, Holly and I are in the midst of planning our honeymoon. And I mean, we're planning everything like our wineries, our transfers, we do it all. And it's a lot of work. Like it's like it's a job. So to not have to plan anything and to just be like told what we're doing, I'm like, got it.
Right, exactly. Just tell
So,
me when and where, and I'll be there. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. And it's so exciting that it is coming up so soon. And speaking of that too, I maybe my brain just knew it, but Margarita Day is coming up this week. So I'll be discussing that to whet your palate ahead of things.
yes, I like last night they were like, yeah, when we arrive, there's going to be tacos and margaritas. And I'm like, I don't need anything else. That's it.
Amazing. That's amazing. It's like they'll greet you that way as soon as you're off your plane.
Yes, it's going to be great.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, that's so fun. I'm so excited. I mean, like this winter, I was like, oh, maybe I'm kind of like ready for winter after like a hot, pregnant summer. But now I've had my fill. Like I'm ready to get back into spring. Like I can only take so much.
It's been, as we keep saying week after week, it's been a doozy.
Yeah. And we're only into February. Although I will say, I mean, January was kind of like a slow burn. It seemed like February is moving and grooving. We're going to be into spring, like we're saying before we know it. So
Yeah.
everybody hold on.
Yeah, just once March hits, we're golden. Like truly, like it will be okay.
Right.
But yeah, how is your fighting fish?
It was very good. They did a fabulous job. Totally worth the hype of it. It's so cute. And we brought that home. I had to add on the sushi burrito, which by the way, I was keeping you in mind the whole time, proportions and all. I thought it was delish.
Okay, all right. I gotta give it a try.
What I noticed, and maybe this is the difference, also like maybe it's not, I have no idea, but on the description for the burritos, they describe it as like salmon or tuna, like poke in the burrito itself. Other like sushi burritos I've had seems like larger pieces of fish. So maybe there's something in the way they prepare it that way that makes the difference because it wasn't like overwhelming. It's so cute inside over there too. I'd never been over there, I don't think at all. So it was nice to just sort of like scope it out.
Yeah. I need to go back there and I need to go back to Goldwing because they're owned by the same people. And I haven't been to Goldwing like since like opening. And people like still talk about it, how it's like such a cool place, especially for like jazz music. Holly mentions it all the time about like wanting to go, but it's just like we need to like tack it on like before dinner, after dinner kind of thing.
Right.
Yes.
It's kind of like part of a fuller plan.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it there, but yeah, works for us.
Serve as your reminder, but it was so cute. It was nice. And so we brought that home. We just did that, like, at home style type of thing, and then went on our merry way. And then the rain started.
I know yesterday the whole way home was just rainy and I was like, I need a nap.
Right.
So,
It's just very, especially when you're coming off of like a few, like, I feel like weeks of like nicer, not nicer weather, but at least sunny weather. It's like, ooh, it's kind of rough when you like dip into this. So I've been feeling very like, yeah, sleepy, but we'll be fine. We're kicking it off with, fun things. As I said, margaritas are at the end of it, so we'll make it through.
yeah, we'll make it through.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week. I'm up first with eat. This one's cool. So breakfast has started at Susie's. So I think I've mentioned Susie's a lot. I love grabbing lunch there. I love their Rachel. I love their Reuben. So good. But now they're going to start doing breakfast. It just started this week. They're going to have their breakfast menu 8 to 11, and then classic lunch will run from 11 to 4. And so, what's on their menu for their Rise and Shine? They have salmon and egg. They have a Susie's breakfast sandwich. They have a classic breakfast sandwich, shakshuka, which is like my favorite breakfast. They have the lox bagel, a Baltics bagel. So seems really cool. Love their prices too. I'm excited. I need to go get it this week, to be honest with you, because I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
I know, a breakfast sandwich. Say less. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but their evening hours are going to change. So like they're going to just be open Monday through Friday 8 to 4 and then Saturday, Sunday 9 to 5. So they're really not going to be doing dinner service anymore. They want to have their evenings available for their like special events and buyouts and stuff just to, you know, cater to the event crowd. So keep that in mind, lunch and breakfast now. So I like
I love when like a quality place like adds more, quality stuff to their menu. It's like, ooh, fantastic. You were already doing amazing things and now we get even more.
exactly.
Fabulous. Okay, well, for drink, as I said, National Margarita Day is celebrated annually on February 22nd, which I believe by my calculations will put us on Sunday. That's what I'm seeing. So I wanted people to know that and know that we have a roundup of that will be updated by the time that this episode comes out. So you can refer to that if you need some recommendations. But just at the top here, I will tell you one of my favorites is over at Taco Bamba, which in and of itself, I don't even know if we've discussed on the podcast. I'm more of like a classic margarita girl. So they've got a Bamba-rita over there, which is just like your classic or flavored margarita served in a Cantarito mug. Or you can get a wood fire pineapple one with house mezcal, lime, orange agave, roasted pineapple, which I thought sounded delicious. Or they've got their Margarita Madre, Taco Bamba's exclusive Rey Campero Espadín, Kushi, mezcal, lime, orange, agave. If you understood any of that I was mispronouncing, get it. But they've got a lot of good different options, or you can just get like other classics like their spicy, their seasonal, their mango, blood orange, prickly pear. But they've got, great, just the basics is always what I'm going for. And then they've got, like different like taco options. They've got like a little mini salsa bar situation that you can get in on. It's just like a cute little place over there for like a quick taco margarita situation.
Okay, I need to get over there. Holly and I, we went to Little Mexico as part of the like Frida dining experiences, and they had one of the best spicy margs I've had.
I
Like,
mean,
it's so good. So like, I want to go there and get a spicy marg. I'm with you. I'm more of like I don't like them overly sweet.
right.
Um, like I want it to be like, just lime juice, simple on the rocks, salt.
Oh, see, I'm frozen in salt,
Oh,
but I feel like
a frozen girly.
I'm a frozen girly, but like a
I know
margarita is
this
just
about
like
you.
it's my go-to. A frozen anywhere we're going, please make sure it's frozen. But I feel like the margarita is just so good on its own. I feel like it doesn't need a lot of zhuzh.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm good with the classic, but Taco Bamba too, also delicious if you haven't been over there. I think they opened, maybe they've been open like a year or 2 years at this point, but they've got different locations throughout Virginia, and they do like different like tacos based on what city they're in. So Richmond, so it's got like a similar menu to what you might find in Northern Virginia, but it also has like added Richmond like particular things that you would only find here. So it's a cute little spot.
All right, adding it to my list.
There you go.
For C this week, it's History Blooms at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. So I love these exhibitions when they happen. Like at the VMFA, it's called Fine Arts and Flowers, but it only happens like every couple of years at the VMFA, but it happens every year at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. So it runs this weekend, Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd. And it's in partnership with the Garden Club of Virginia. So they're going to have floral arrangements on display throughout the whole Virginia Museum galleries. So you could just get your daily admission ticket to access to view the floral displays. There's going to be an exhibit guide and a ballot at the front desk for you to vote for your favorite, which is lovely. And then on Friday, the Museum and Garden Club are also offering a menu of special learning opportunities and a luncheon. But there are special tickets that are needed for those, so you can get that online if you're so inclined. But they have a bunch of other programming, so I would just take a look at that. But for me, what I love is I just love to view the galleries and look at the floral displays just because they're stunning. At the VMFA, like they'll do like an arrangement based on a piece of art. And so you'll see like how they're like kind of similar. So I'm pretty sure they kind of do the same thing at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. But I've like never done actually History Blooms. I've only ever done like Fine Arts and Flowers. So I got to see if I can pop over there on Sunday or maybe Friday. We'll see.
Sometimes at the end of the week. What a pretty like entry into like almost spring. That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to get over there. It's so pretty. I love flowers.
I know, like florals, any time of year are fantastic, but especially as we're coming back into this time of year, despite the allergies, of course, but beautiful, beautiful to look
I've
at.
already started my daily allergy regimen.
You may as well get like prepared because there's just like no getting out of it. It feels like if you're too late.
I know. Stay on top of it, guys.
Right. Well, to wrap us up then for due, this is going to put us out like a little bit into like next week kind of, but I wanted people to know about it a little bit ahead of time. And since like the weather right now throughout the whole week is going to be kind of dreary, I was like, let's look ahead to the next week. But the Robbins Nature Center is a place that I've visited actually recently with the Mary Market and was reminded of how like good of an indoor, actually, you know what? Let me back up because the Robbins Nature Center is a great place to be for these like rainy days. And I was recently reminded of that when I went over there for the Mary Market. I hadn't been inside for like a while, but I went with my daughter to the Mary Market. We stopped in there first, and it's a fabulous place for kiddos to get some energy out. So I know I'm saying we're taking plans into next week, but go to the Robbins Center this week during the rain. And then next week, go back to Maymont because they're doing World Wildlife Day on February 28th, where they're doing a morning and afternoon of connection to local wildlife with animal feedings, games, crafts, and animal keeper talks, plus a 2:30 p.m. screening of Teach Me to Be Wild. This is all included in your $8 admission. So it's like a nice way to, you know, support Maymont and then like do lots of different fun animal centric things and see the Robbins Nature Center if you, like me, forgot about it.
Yeah, I think you can still see the porcupines. Yeah, you know, Barb. We helped name her.
How could we forget about Barb? How could we?
Yeah, Barb and Sally. I know. I love our little Richmond animals. They're so fun.
They have such good programming. This is like a nice little way to, you know, support them and then like get in on the animal fun. There's sweet little things over there.
Yeah, and honestly, while we're talking about Maymont for just 1 second, it is their 100th anniversary. I did do a post about it, but there are a lot of things coming up there, like the mansion's reopening, the wildlife trails reopening. So get those things on your calendar to just stay up to date with everything because lots of fun changes. And that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA 2. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.